welcome to the F45, and the F45 stateroom is where we are right now. Now this is a very important product to Princess. The F45 is the start of our flybridge range. Now with that brings a lot of responsibility, because we're often bringing people into big boating for the first time. They may have had a V40 before, or maybe the first time they've had a Princess. So when you buy a Princess, you expect to have the design, the quality, and the fantastic use of space that you get on her bigger sisters. So it was a real challenge for our designers, and we hope to show you some of those aspects and how this boat works as we work our way through the boat. As you can see here, big TV. So you've got a 50-inch TV in here should you want it. Outboard on that, on both sides you have wardrobes. So mirror on this one, that one's just raw wood and walnut, or satin walnut in this case. Lovely big brother windows, as is a feature on all flybridge and all Princesses. Nice opening porthole, particularly big one on this one. And those design cues I was talking about, the way we have this lovely curve going down with the mirror behind it, just adds that little bit of difference. You know, there's no bare fiberglass in these boats, as you come to expect. Everything is lined with a nice fabric and textured, real good, nice feel. Good sized bed. You know, the bed is a proper king. Either side you've got lockers and storage underneath. And on the opposite side to me, you have those deep pull-out drawers. So no shortage of storage for when you're cruising. Moving forward, in there you can have an optional washer dryer should you want it. And then outboard you have your ensuite. Pocket door to make the most of the space. Lovely shower. That bar window so you get lots of natural light in, but you have a view when you're showering, and plenty of cupboard space there. Moving up into the foyer area. Big single piece glazing above us, which floods this area with light, so there's no dark holes here. You've got a beautiful mirror to reflect it and really give you a sense of space. And then you move forward into the VIP. Now, 45-footer, but we still have these lovely arrow windows or knife windows going forward. They not only let the light in, but also give you a lovely vista when you're out on the water and view out for any guests staying in this cabin. Plenty of lockers, so we have overhead lockers on both sides. Another mirror with storage behind it, as well as a locker underneath, and of course underneath the bed as well, those pull-out drawers. Behind the door, nice feature. We have Jack and Jill doors on this boat, so you have your ensuite, but there's another door out into the corridor, so your guests when they're on board during the day can use this head, and then we have guests overnight, they have their own ensuite. So as is a theme on this F45, the main deck and saloon and galley really is a great space. Again, lots of thought has gone into the design, the detail of the boat, the quality of the materials we're using. Case in point, one single sheet of windscreen. So no mullions there in the middle to obstruct your view, and really is a lovely space. Foredeck's got pop-up cushions so you can have a headrest there, and easy wide side access out to that area. Add into the light that goes down into the lower accommodation. So when you're down there, that light floods down into it. Distribution board, so all your major everyday breakers are underneath that locker. There's storage on the far side with a power point and USB. More breakers underneath there. Coming over here, we've got the helm. Looking forward again, you can see out of here beautifully. Great visibility all around. Quite a nice little feature is the slide open window to let some fresh air in. All your instruments are within easy grasp. So you've got your joystick control, your throttles, and obviously the wheel. This seat is movable, so you can slide it forward should you want to. Twin screens here to give you all your engine instrumentation, all your navigation kit, and this boat is fitted with the Seakeeper, which you can fully control from that head unit. And of course, air conditioning vents if it's too hot to open the window, you can get plenty of aircon energy. Moving around, definitely class leading. Yeah, this is a big seating area. You can have a choice of tables here, so if you didn't want a large dining room table, this can be sort of a smaller unit. But I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, easily 5 people can sit around this table, if not 6. And then opposite, you have the twin seater. Behind that is your pop-up TV, and below is where we store our crockery, so teacups, saucers, plates, bowls. Good use of space. Let's come back through the boat. You have 2 steps. Now that gives you a headroom down in the master cabin, and of course we have more storage. Nicely designed again, you know, coming out at a nice angle. Bigger one below there. This boat, if I'm right, has fitted 2 additional refrigeration units underneath there, and of course more storage above. Big locker that goes underneath the flybridge stairs which go up this side of the boat. And then on this side we have the galley. Good handhold, so when you are moving from the boat in a bit of a seaway, there's somewhere to grab onto. Storage, ice maker on this boat, interesting to see that there. Sink, microwave oven, dishwasher should you want it, or that could be a cupboard, cooktop, and then some cavernous lockers up here above. If you take a moment to look through, you can see it really is a light, airy main deck. Lots of design features, as I said before. Integrated name audio, stereo system, so you know there's no short change. It's maybe the smallest flybridge we build, but that doesn't mean that you are compromising on anything. It's still a Princess in every sense of the word. Okay, so then we move on to the aft deck. As you can see, a lot of space. This boat comes with an optional sliding back seat, which is connected to the table. So that whole section moves back, and as you can see, you know, really for a 45-foot boat, a vast aft deck. And even when that is slid in, it's still class lead in terms of the space we have back here. The seat itself is a bit of a design feature. You can see lovely handhelds on either side. And then one of my favourite spots, sat here, you can actually have a good conversation with your guests when they're sat back. When that moves in, there's an infill seat, so this becomes one big continuous bench all the way around. And of course, you've got the aft table, which folds out should you want to, and then doubles up as somewhere to grab onto. Underneath here is your access to your generators and your engines, so that pops up and then you drop down into that the engine room. Moving over, you've got the staircase up to the flybridge. Underneath the staircase is quite a vast locker for shoes and other knickknacks that you collect when you are boating. Your passerelle and bathing platform controls are just here, and then as we move down onto the bathing platform, you'll see this comes with an up-down hydraulic bathing platform. That's an option, so you don't have to have it if you didn't want to. Now, the seat is slid out, as I said, so this space becomes a little tighter when it is out, but when it's in, no problem getting in around your tender. Storage locker. Should you want to, this can be a barbecue, so this can be a nice area to cook your barbecue when you're at anchor, or somewhere else to put your ropes, wetsuits, life jackets if you've been in the water playing. So welcome to the flybridge of the F45, and like the rest of the boat, this is a really well thought out space. Up at the helm area you have two seats, one for the navigator, one for the helmsman. Well thought, because you can get out of either one of them without disturbing each other, so one person doesn't have to move out of the way. You can have two screens up here. We've got one shown today, but you can have the optional two screens should you want to. Obviously your IPS controls here, which is joystick and throttles. This boat is powered by the 440 horsepower or the 480. Moving over, we have a joystick for the bow thruster. This is just in case you would want to have a bit of extra control on that bow, which some people like to go for. And then a really neat integrated phone charger there. Drop your new iPhone on there and it will charge through induction. Coming over, we have a nice area. This turns into your day bed. You've got a slide out section under here. There's just a nice space to sit, converse with the person driving the boat, and get out the wind if you wanted a bit of a relaxation. Nice little pop-up lantern here to add a bit of ambient light as the night draws in. Moving aft, we've got the wet bar. So lift this up and you've got a good integrated Kenyan grill there, sink, good storage underneath, and on this side we have the drop-in refrigerator, so you know, for drinks or food. Moving aft, I think for a 45-footer we've got a class leading seating area. Multi-use table, folds over or folds back as you have now, so you can have a main dinner up here or you can just use it for coffee. If you're in the rougher seas, there's a lovely handrail behind here just to get a bit of extra purchase for your guests to feel nice and secure. You can order this boat with the hard top, or as this one is, you can have the bimini. Now that comes in hydraulic or manual depending on what your preference is. Well, I hope you agree that the F45 really is a triumph of design and logical thinking. We've tried to make a boat that is a princess in our baby flybridge, so whether it's in the forward cabin, whether it's in the saloon or up here on the flybridge, in every aspect, you'll get in a true princess in every shape of the word. Now, if you'd like to have more details on one of these boats, please get in contact with your local distributor and they'll be delighted to help you. Thanks very much.